Hello, viewers. Welcome to the Sensor 360 Investor channel, where we use best practices from the companies we invest in from around the globe and apply those to the investing process. And within our 360 view framework of investing, this video we're going to focus in on the trader segment. And today's focus topic is of the day. Before we begin, a quick word about the disclaimer. This channel is not providing financial advice. Please pause, read through, and then continue. Okay, so without much further ado, let's begin the video. So here is the list of the screen of the day. These are from a broad section of different sectors, as you can see. So we're kind of pulling them out from across a wide variety of sectors. And then these are the industries within those sectors that the stocks represent. So this is just ordered in within year to date, and the screen was pulled in at the end of 2022. So, and obviously 9 energy, which is the oil and gas energy sector. This was the best performer on a percentage basis. And there wasn't enough data on Tide to score a year-to-date percentage on it, so that's sitting at the bottom. But we can see what the progress here did. And then we have this one that wasn't really doing anything, but it was a kind of a chart that was possibly setting up. So we'll take a look at that one as well. And that was in capital markets, and financial services may run in the future, but certainly energy is running. Basic materials is running, and then we know the healthcare and the consumer defensive sectors are all sectors that are in vogue at the moment. So let's take a look at the charts. And I've pulled out the mini charts for this presentation. And what I'm planning to do is there is a meeting scheduled for later today. So we'll use that as a live meeting as well for those that are on that invitation, and then we can go through these charts in a little bit more detail. But for the video here, so here's Futu, which I pointed out. This was more of a bottoming action, and all these charts are weekly. This is more of a bottoming action play, and it was trying to establish a fresh uptrend. It was pulling back in, and so one of the problems with pullbacks is exactly what happened to Futu. You don't know where that pullback is going to find support and start to move up. In this case, Futu just fell through the floor here, and obviously now it's got more work to do in order for the setup to continue. It may find support at that 10-week line there, so we'll see. TMUS, T-Mobile is in a more of a better uptrend, we can see. So you definitely want to see an uptrend. This one was more of a bottoming reversal. You want to see uptrend in motion, and this one's behaving a little bit more predictable. So we can see it pulls back, stabilizes, moves up, pulls back, stabilizes, moves up, pulls back, stabilizes, moves up, and it's now pulled back, stabilizing, and we'll see if it starts to move up. One negative I would say that I can see on this chart is that this candle price drop here about a month ago is worse than the rest of them. So just a moment of caution. So I would wait for confirmation on this if I was trying to buy into it. 9, which was the top performer, we can see is just in almost like a climactic run here. So it was basing, breaks out, consolidates in continuation pattern, massive breakout, which it's now followed through. So we'll see if this continues, and this is extended at this stage. CELH, which is also being featured as a trading stock in a separate video. We can see it's made a nice little kind of a cup pattern here. It's putting in a handle in this pullback, and we can see a bigger pattern here as well, bigger cup. So it's kind of a pattern within a pattern. So you got some fractal nature to this chart. So you can either pull this and play this as a sloping trend line off the handle, or wait until it takes that high zone up out around 120. AXSM, which is also being featured, elsewhere. So you got a nice little gap up, now consolidation. So a move above the highs here on volume is going to be your pivot. SMCI, which has been one of the hottest stocks of the late. Again, a nice little uptrending pattern, makes a little move, pulls back in, consolidates, then breaks out again. And now it's making that pull back in. Very action's gotten very tight, so it's looking favorable for a breakout. CEIX, same thing. It's made a uptrending, nice, fairly smooth uptrend line here. Now it's been consolidating in this zone up here. So a breakout above that $80 range would be your area of interest. ASC, again, a fairly smooth, this was basically a penny stock back here, but you can see a little breakout, a little consolidation up here, still under the $10. And so this is kind of the first legitimate base here that it forms around the $10 mark. And you got a nice little breakout. And you can see that on volume here. Nice breakout, and now it's consolidating and setting up a second base from which hopefully it will continue to move. So this is actually a solid setup. ELF beauty. So this one also has had a nice uptrend here and nice continuation pattern here for a breakout. TRMD, again, similar to ELF, consolidation, 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 and it's looking to breakout, hasn't followed through on the breakout. And then finally, last but not least, UFPT, got a nice little uptrend here, a nice base, consolidation base with a perfect breakout here, follows through. Now it's pulled back in a little bit, possibly forming a little flattish base here. So look for a break through that top of that range of the price resistance area for an entry. So those are your opportunities. And so these charts are pulled off over the weekend. Okay. And then, so if you have subscribed to the channel, thank you. If you haven't, please do subscribe. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up, share with your family and friends. If you're inclined to leave a comment. What I'm going to do with this particular session is I will run a separate call and we'll go through in a little bit more detail some of those charts, but certainly in this video I've recorded all the information that you kind of need to further study those momentum stocks that have been presented here. Okay, so thanks for listening, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.